The Special Operations Forces, SSO fighters, decimated a Russian mortar position, and 5 soldiers using first-person view, FPV drones, as detailed in the SSO's report on Telegram. The enemy's forces were neutralized by the 8th SSO Regiment with FPV drones. The caption accompanying the gripping footage read, "While conducting reconnaissance in operational areas, SSO operatives located the Russian troops' mortar position. Armed with the coordinates, FPV drone operators swiftly carried out the mission. In the aftermath, 5 Russian soldiers were eliminated, and 4 others wounded. Additionally, an 82 mm mortar position was obliterated, with an armored personnel carrier sustaining damage," the SSO reported in a statement. The released footage vividly captures Ukrainian drones engaging Russian soldiers, even showing a moment where one attempts to seek cover behind damaged military equipment, yet is ultimately targeted by the drone. Explosions and the destruction of Russian equipment are portrayed throughout the video. Not long ago, Ukrainian Special Ops reported the effective destruction of a dozen Russian military vehicles in the Zaporizhzhia region. The operation, led by an SSO unit, inflicted significant damage on Russian equipment utilizing FPV drones. Among the destroyed Russian military assets were 2 self-propelled artillery pieces, a 203 mm 2C7 Pion and a 122 mm 2S1 Gvozdika. Additionally, 2 122 mm D30 howitzers, an armored personnel carrier, and 5 automobiles were taken out in the attack. This successful mission adds to a string of recent achievements by the SSO. In a single operation, one of its units eliminated 13 Russian soldiers and disabled 6 pieces of equipment, including 2 tanks, 2 infantry fighting vehicles, an armored fighting vehicle, and a TOS-1A 220 mm Solntsep-Yak heavy flamethrower system, all thanks to the effective use of FPV drones. Reports suggest that the Armed Forces of Ukraine, AFU, have been testing new FPV drones equipped with automatic targeting, capable of bypassing Russian electronic warfare jamming. Correspondingly, Moscow has reportedly been experimenting with similar technologies. Ukrainian lawyer and activist Serhiy Sternenko revealed that the technology was jointly developed by Ukraine's 60th and 63rd Mechanized Brigades. Notably, the drone displayed resilience, persisting towards its designated target despite facing active suppression by electronic warfare systems, as Sternenko wrote. Russia on Saturday claimed a new territorial victory over Ukrainian forces, struggling to find weapons and troops, while the two sides staged deadly new aerial attacks on each other. As a militant attack on a Moscow concert hall became a new flashpoint dispute between the arch-rivals, Russia's armed forces said they had seized the Ukrainian village of Ivanivska, just west of Bakhmut, the devastated city seized 10 months ago. Russian forces have taken control of a string of frontline settlements in recent weeks, as Ukrainian forces suffer troop and ammunition shortages. The capture last month of Adviivka, near the Russian-held stronghold of Donetsk, was the first major territorial gain made by Russia since Bakhmut, and was hailed by President Vladimir Putin as a sign that Russian forces are back on the offensive. Russia's defense ministry said in a statement that the army had liberated Ivanivske, which is also close to the town of Chasiv Yar, that could become the next target. If Russia took Chasiv Yar, it could step up attacks on the strategic city of Kramatorsk, that is already facing growing bombardment. The Russian claim came amid mounting tensions over an attack on a Moscow concert hall on Friday, that authorities said left at least 133 dead. President Vladimir Putin said in a nationally televised speech on Saturday that the 4 detained perpetrators were traveling towards Ukraine where, according to preliminary information, they had a window to cross the border. Russia's Federal Security Service, FSB, said earlier that the assailants had been in contact with people in Ukraine as they tried to flee the country. Ukraine has strongly denied any involvement, saying that Russia was looking for excuses to step up the war. The US has said it has seen no sign of Ukrainian involvement in the Crocus City Hall attack. While Ukraine has struggled to find weapons and soldiers for its war, it has kept up drone attacks on Russia, which has also launched increasing air assaults. Multiple air attacks on the Russian border region of Belgorod, adjoining Ukraine, killed 2 people and injured at least 7, the regional governor said. Further east, a drone attack on the Samara region caused a fire at a major oil refinery, the latest in a series of strikes against Russia's energy industry.
You want me there too?